Can we start the video already, please?
Well, here we go, back again on my bullshit.
I can really go for a cheeseburger right about now.
Hello again, cartoon slop enjoyers.
Oh no!
I think you know my history on the internet. You know I'm not the biggest fan of Saberspark. I've made it very well known I think his content is pure unfettered goy slop. Comparable to the likes of a content farm or Watch Mojo. The great value white bread of internet media reviewers, or if you want to be specific about it,
the cartoon community!
But as much as my opinion stands on Saberspark and his gloss over content, I'll admit, the first video I made about him isn't the best.
Stinky!
The video had way too many memes popping up. It felt like a mix between a Dumbsville shitpost video and a funny Fruity Fozbear jump scare.
I'm the best!
Not gonna back down for those retards calling me a hypocrite for using memes and calling it the same joke when I said Saberspark only has 2 jokes. Cause that's like comparing Sneed's Feed and Seed to Big Chungus or this unfunny thing. Memes aren't all the same joke, you dumbasses. It's a way of telling a joke. Cause it can have a different punchline, a different meaning.
Fish.
It's a way of telling a joke. Bruh, look at this fool over here listing off every single meme that I made in the first video and saying,
it's the same joke!
When in text, you could already see him pointing out the differences.
You stupid!
Okay, enough of my pettiness over a criticism I don't agree with. Let's go back to the main source of mid today.
New cartoon crush on.
So a lot of time has passed after the first video I made on Sabers, so he must have changed his content around and done some improving, right? Like, make an actual review digging into media he talks about instead of just glossing over it. It got worse. It got extremely worse over time. Like, it's just absolute Vanta Black Coal! I mean, am I surprised? Not really. Not at all. Because in the end of the day, this stuff's still gonna get rewarded because YouTube's slop economy's gotta flow.
More watch time means more shekels, Goyim!
What's the difference?
Disgusting creatures.
We're going to try and watch some of his newer content. I was getting the same feeling when watching the Rodfellows movie. Pure mental and physical pain. Watching his newer content felt like the deep inner core of my brain was being squished like a stress ball over and over again. It feels like his dialogue got more stretched out over time, like making a minute feel like an hour sort of deal. I had to watch most of this stuff on 1.5 speed. And the only modern video I liked out of all the ones I watched for this video was his review on Wish. Because for the first time in a long time, I actually heard Saber digging into media for once. You know, doing something a reviewer should actually be doing instead of having these gloss over criticisms or basic takes on movies and films. Because in this video, he actually delves into how the movie's plot and logic for its world doesn't really get all that well explained, and how the villain's logic for being jealous of the main character is because, well, I'm evil now, so I'm bad. And just to show that Saber actually did that in his video, here's some clips from it.
But it's the wishes that frustrate me the most. For clarity, the king is the de facto ruler of wishes and can grant a singular wish once a month. That's 12 a year, so in the average lifetime of a human, let's say around 1,000 wishes are granted more or less. So your odds of getting your wish? Pretty damn low. But you 100% lose the memory of your wish even if it doesn't come true. What's the point of having a wish then? I already explained the confusion behind his magic logic, but it gets so much worse. Look, I thought that Magnifico had the potential to be a lot more enjoyable than he actually was. Again, this sort of explain his reasoning for not wanting to grant everyone's wishes, because it might be dangerous. But he flips into full-on villainy on a dime. It's actually kind of hilarious how quickly he switches into crazy villain mode.
That's what we've been waiting for!
Alright, that's enough praise for Saber, because I still got problems with his content.
Why are you so negative all the time?
I hate you.
The main problem I still have with his style is that it still feels slow as all hell, and in most of his other videos he still doesn't fully elaborate on his criticisms in depth. Nor has his style really evolved at all either, it's still the same stuff over and over again. It's still non-stop yapping, with his Retsona changing to a different emote once in a while, and then some clips from the movie he's talking about. And to elaborate on what I mean with Saberspark yapping, it still feels like his dialogue is a run-on sentence, and nowadays it just feels more unscripted. I think this problem might also be due to how Saber's videos feel the exact way from beginning to end. Like, there's nothing really segmenting, like, what is the beginning of the video and what is the end of the video. It feels the exact same all the way through. Baby Blue's skylight background, Saber rambling as his Retsona changes to an emote still once every minute. Oh, and if you're real lucky, a clip that's more funny than anything Saber has said in his video.
Surprised, aren't you?
No, my friend.
Do any of you see the point I'm trying to make here? It feels like every single video Saberspark makes feels the exact same. There's no differentiation from anything else he makes or any memorable bits that makes it stand out. There's a reason why I jump scared you with Quentin reviews earlier, because it feels like the same criticism towards Quentin can be applied to Saberspark. The both of them rely on the media that they're talking about to carry the video, rather than their own charisma or humor or anything that they bring up to actually carry it. Like, I tried watching his Ryan's Toy World review, and it took way too long to get into ripping into the actual movie. At least it felt more compressed than the last time I watched one of his videos. Then, like, after he's done reviewing the movie and talking about how the animators that worked on it actually worked on stuff like Gurren Lagann, he goes on his whole tirade about the scummy business practices that Ryan's brand has done and blah blah blah. Everybody's talked about that, but I'll give him points for actually putting a lot of research into this part of the video. Especially at the end bit where he talks about big media companies, even like Cocomelon, are going out of their way to protect young actors because it's not like child stardom can screw up people's heads.
I'll try spinning.
Alright. That's where my positives end, because I'm getting off topic here. You came to this video to see me rip Saber's throat out again. Well, guess what point we're back at again? That's right, we're talking about his comedy. Time for more unfunny furry jokes about sex.
I fucking love
Downward spiral.
He did the same joke.
If you're playing a drinking game, good luck watching a Saberspark video with a thumbnail like this. You know what? Here's an example of what I'm talking about with these kind of videos.
Respective absurd movie. Ah, yes, Trollland. Impressive. Very nice. But let's see Saberspark's movie. Look at that flat coloring. The tasteful, thick, furry girl.
Tasteful, thick, furry girl. Tasteful, thick, furry girl.
Not even a minute in, 25 seconds and we get this kind of shit already. Ha ha ha, the cartoon made a risque joke or something gooner coomer bait. Get it, guys? The punchline is weird sex thing. Did I mention that the punchline was
I'm just gonna stop asking questions and just enjoy these hip swivels.
My criticism for the last two videos still remains. It's the same two jokes over and over again. Cartoon has boomers, guys? What? That's not for kids.
What a fucking...
Ergen. This is the dude who acts, knows, and preaches that animation isn't always going to be for kids, and yet still acts like raunchy jokes and stuff that's rated Y7 that will go over a kid's head and only adults will know about is still surprising anymore.
One time is funny, two times is fucking annoying, no? Fucking annoying.
Hell, it's not even two jokes anymore, it's devolved into a single joke, cause Saber really can't say he's not a furry anymore now, can he? I mean, come on. Look at this stuff. Come on!
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, originally for this video, I was gonna watch Ungezelling. You know, that funny Dutch cartoon that spawned from a webcomic and the chuddy side of the internet likes to talk about. Reason being, I saw a lot of unhappy Ungezelling fans talking about how Saberspark did a video on it. But something else came up when I was actually making this video script, and then I found out, oh no, he touched something I actually washed.
Cancer.
Yo, I got a score to beat, bitch.
Saber's video about Bunny Maloney just felt like the video to ever. Starts off with a gag about the show's risque humor.
Are you staring at my top?
A rambly review about the show that boils down to, it's simple, it's funny, but it's all over the place with its premise. Which surprisingly is a really common opinion about the show. You know, I was ready to make a whole spat about how this video sucked, but it's just so boring. There's just nothing major to rant about anymore. Like, I'm out of material here. Watching this video is the pinnacle of watching a Saberspark video. It's like I'm watching the cartoon reviewer version of Behind the Meme, and I mean the classic Behind the Meme. Bland, mass-produced content that's barely hard to make. It looks all the same and feels all the same. The basics of a review, but barely digs into the content. It feels more like a glossy ramble most of the time. Shammy clickbait thumbnails that use the blankest crazy or the darkest thing to ever, you know, over-exaggerating to make things look more interesting or worse than they really are. Or just straight up using Coomer bait with that gender-bent version of his avatar, or like that one North Korea cartoon he talked about. Like that still isn't adding to the problem. This dude reviewing stuff for preschoolers and then Adult Swim shows, Ralph Bakshi, or again, just straight up talking about a parody of the story of Jesus Christ and mainly his traitorous apostle Judas. That turns into a furry porno at the end.
Abomination before the eyes of the Lord.
Dude is really out here making videos about how YouTube is being hypocritical of not allowing adult content on their site while having 18+ ads be ran on it, and this whole preaching about stopping the brain rot. Saber, you need a reality check. You have made a video rating Rule 34 of your own character. Bruh, you are a part of the problem. You are the brain rot. Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Don't answer that.
Hey, unscripted segment here. So recently something happened between Saberspark and the creator of Bunny Maloney. So sometime after Saberspark made his first video about Bunny Maloney, he made a short about it milking content, and wow, that really pissed off the creator. Dude came out of the woodworks and let the dude a whole paragraph of a roast. In a nutshell, the creator of the show didn't like the short because it was very clickbaity compared to the original video. I also wanted to look at this tweet that the creator made roasting him, like... Bruh, a professional animator told you to get a real job. There's also a rumor about a forged email that was used in the video. I'm not really all-knowing about that. I'll just be linking links to these tweets in the description of this video. Anyways, back on topic. Do I need to repeat myself, Saber? You are the brain rot. You are just a diet Rocky Raccoon. Man. What else do I even need to say about Saberspark himself anymore? He's bland, mass-produced, does the bare minimum for review, rambles on and on without any segmenting, makes the same cheap joke over and over like no one knows what innuendo is. Like, what else is there for me to talk about anymore? Barely anything's changed. Same as it ever was, 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 same as it ever was. Let the days go by, let the water hold me down. Let the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Yeah, you get the point. There's a reason why I said Shafrillas feels better than Saber in my last video. He actually digs into media more than just a basic glossing over. It feels like they're segmenting, so it doesn't feel like a non-stop ramble. And he doesn't need to rely on the same joke over and over again. I mean, sure, some of Shafe's jokes are Reddit tier at times, but at least it's not having to listen to sex joke for the 1 millionth time.
Faggot.
Shafrillas just feels more human in comparison to his content. It feels less mass-produced and like there's more actual emotion and effort being put into it.
Dehydration gun!
And just to add more clarification, I'm going to make some comparisons to other media reviewers too, because to be honest, Shafrillas does feel a little bit mass-produced too. Like here's one, Nitrorad. Dude takes time to actually talk about games in depth and puts little bits about old nostalgic feels about said games and doesn't lag on and waste time. Along with sometimes in his videos going about how good game design works. I could even talk about old-timers like Fatalist. It still feels like effort is put into his videos too, and he's a pseudo-Doug Walker clone taking the piss out of old kids' cartoons and dingo pictures. Also those toy collector videos he does, and the bootleg zone stuff he does too. And I know it's not the highest quality around, but if you've seen his videos, he does little parody edits in them too. Like light sentence mixing and YTP edits, and sometimes dubbing over the characters in his own voice to take the piss out of the thing he's reviewing.
This dumb crab actually bit me in the finger.
Crab? They look like crabs to you?
Enough! But do any of you see the point I'm getting at here? There's putting heart into your content and actually working on it, and then there's just mass-produced slop.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Self-harm.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. Saber did something pretty sussy lately. Oh yeah, Saber was recently called out for defending a dude who waited for a teenager that was 14 to become legal, and he harassed the victim's father. Well, I'm not surprised by this at all. I've had a couple of dudes come into my comment section and told me about this information. Well, who else on YouTube's really gonna talk about it?
Well played!
I mean, at this point, with the whole Mr. Beast, Chris Tyson, Shadman's Black Book thing that happened, like, a few months ago, like, at this point, what cartoon reviewer or indie animator doesn't have horrible skeletons in their closets? That have probably been exposed years ago, and their fanatics will make the most brain-dead excuses for them, like,
Well, this happened in the past, so you can't criticize them, though.
20 Saber leaders out there that are watching this video and typing in the comments section about,
It's in the past!
Get the fuck away from me, you fucking
Alright, getting off topic into my schizo babble theory mode, like, remember when Rebel Taxi collabed with Zontan, aka the female Shadman?
The age of consent in Japan is 14.
Kill yourself!
Or how I mentioned earlier after the whole Chris Tyson thing, that giant list of E-celebs that were caught simping and defending Shad for his free speech art pieces after the whole Keemstar daughter thing. Oni Plays, Senior Pello, Mr. Psychic Pebbles, Smiling Friends over here. The list goes on, people, and I can even add more to it. Hey, Newgrounds culture, am I right?
We have such sights to show you.
But guys, it's all in the past, guys. It's just stop criticizing giant E-celebs for defending and just being awful people.
1. Yeah, it's a drawing. A drawing of what? 2. There is evidence of Oni and Pebbles defending the Keemstar drawing when it came out, so, you mind telling me how, it's in the past, guys, it's a valid excuse? 3. I'm just tired of these dumbass excuses people make for E-celebs doing or defending unforgivable shit, cause,
Guys, it was a different time back then. It was considered base back then.
bruh, this isn't comparable to, like, a dude making edgy and racist jokes back then. We're talking about dudes defending pee. If you can't get the difference I'm making here, I'm pretty sure you're brain dead.
But what about the dudes that had one-off interactions or without doubt didn't know about the pedo stuff and aren't lying to save their asses?
Understandable.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Alright, Schizo Ramble over. I am just done talking about this Zog Slop level content. Like, what else do you want me to say? Saberspark is a mass-produced slop tier YouTuber that makes gloss over content and cheap sex jokes. He was also a brony, and that explains a lot about why he praises Kitty Show Slop like it's the next Godfather. Anyways, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you hate this video, leave a dislike. I've been SF1232, and, Saber Slop is everything wrong with cartoon reviewers. He's not the guy you call for criticism, he's the guy you call to shill your pseudo-indie slop of a show. Glitch Productions fucking sucks. Good night.
Next time on Balls.
Hey guys.